for the listeners, maybe any future young athletes that want to play professionally and they're, thinking about all these different areas in the world. I didn't even know Japan had a volleyball league until I heard that you were going to Japan. So, we just don't know, right?
Right.
Try to give people a basic picture of what the Japan league is like, like how many teams, what's the season like? Is it similar to here, the length of the season and all of those details?
Yeah. So, honestly, there's 8 teams. I was on the top league. There's different leagues, just like how baseball and football, where, there's different leagues, but the top league, there's 8. Okay. And out of that 8, each team is only allowed 1 foreigner, and there's no rules where, the foreigner has to play. That's just what they're allowed, but everybody pretty much needs to be Japanese, right? So as you're playing and then, realizing the fan base there, it's crazy because you're literally a celebrity there. You are dealing with fans who love the game so much. There is no such thing as heckling there.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and
very different than the US.
Super different. Yeah. No, they respect everybody so much that even when it comes to cheering, there's a designated time for this fan base to cheer on their team.
Got it.
Vice versa, the next time out is supposed to be the other team. Yeah, and they practice. Like we heard that a lot of times they meet up at another time, so they make sure everybody knows the song.
That's a Japanese thing, I think.
Yes. Yeah. And then they're outside after the game's over asking for autographs. And everybody must know in Japanese, there is no such thing as signing horizontally. Everything is vertical. Right? So like I'm over there trying to, make sure they get my whole name down. And then my teammate comes out of nowhere and she just goes, doo, 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 like in her kanji name. And I'm like, that's it? Like, that's your whole name? And I'm over there like wasting my time on like, and so after a while, my signatures got ugly because I was like, oh, there's so much to do. And they're just like, So it's quite amazing of the when you're a professional player and you're a professional player in Japan, like you are definitely celebrated there, no matter what sport you're playing. And at the same time, it's nice to know that if they give you gifts, you can actually receive it. Because at the time for for college, you're not allowed to do that. So that was always cool. My teammates that's been playing forever, because they're allowed to play from high school. That's accepted to play pro from, younger time. They have like roses and bears. I mean, like, because they got some like crazy fans that like follow them. Yeah. So it's a different scene. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. So how many years did you play in the Japan League? And was
3.
it the same league?
Same league, same team. Yeah, which is usually unheard of because usually they only keep a foreigner 1 or 2 years tops. So I was very, very blessed that I was able to stay for 3.
And what area were you in, or where did
you... I was in between Tokyo and Osaka.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was in Nagoya area, like Toyota Town, because I played for Toyota Auto Body. So yes.
Was that the team name?
Yes,
Toyota Auto Body. Oh, got it. Yes. I remember seeing pictures of your uniform and Toyota everywhere, right?
Yes,
because that's the team.
And the first thing is like, oh, did they give you a car? And I was like, no, everybody. Like I got to go and actually see how the cars are made. But
that's cool.
Yeah, they felt like the professional player was very precious to them. So we weren't allowed to drive.
Got it.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting too. Yeah. So no driving, no chance of accidents and all of this.
No chance.
Yes. And if you talk about like the season, how was that on like just the physical demands of the season? You did mention that they bought you a game ready, right, to continue the ritual or the routine that you had. But how was the demands of the season professionally on your body?
It was a lot. It was a lot because the season started in October, but you pretty much need to be there from like August, September, and then there's these 2 big important tournaments, one in December and one in the summer, like May, before I can come home.
May.
Yes. So we're talking like a club season for the professional world. And what was really, really hard for me as a player was that we actually was being demanded to do our best, 5 gamers Saturday and Sunday.
Got it.
So we're practicing, boom, play Saturday, Sunday. You still got maybe a practice session on Monday and you only get 1 day off.
Got it.
So, I mean, it's the constant, like, wow, like, I gotta do whatever I can. My teammates are, the next day, they're running on the treadmill, burning off whatever they feel like. And I'm just like, don't you want to just rest? Yeah, nope. They're getting reps upstairs. I mean, you name it. Like, it's just, you eat, sleep, and breathe volleyball.
Yes.
Yeah, that was Japan though, because Europe that's a whole nother episode of where other athletes can tell you it's a whole different ball game. You're having the time of your life, whereas Japan is business.
Very regimented, and I think that's how they are, even from like high school sports, right?
Yes.
Very regimented, and they're jamming in as many hours as they can, and that's just part of the culture.
I mean, you almost feel bad for them because it's like, I call it prison because that's the best way to describe it for everybody, that the Japan community, they dedicate their lives solely to volleyball.
Yep.
And solely, it's like the parents have no say. It's all whatever the coach says. So they got buzz cut, like, you know, the shortest of haircuts, like yours, literally, you know, for high school. And then they can grow it out for college. High school, pros, but they cannot, like some teams, like my team, cannot color your hair, can't paint your nails.
Oh, got it.
You know what I mean? So like in Brazil, you can do whatever you want, you know, but Japan, everything is
like uniform, like almost everyone's the same player.
Yes.
That's interesting to hear too, the experiences.